For those of you who don't know, CapEx is short for capital expenditures, and OpEx is short for operating expenditures. I will first define each term, explain the difference, and then provide examples. CapEx are expenditures that create future benefits and add value to the company. These assets are used for years. When a business spends money to buy assets that add value to the company, they have just made a capital expenditure. Capital expenditures can be tangible or intangible. This means that they can be physical things like machinery, or they can be unphysical things like patents. The capital expenditures figure is part of a crucial metric called free cash flow. Click here if you would like to know more about free cash flow by watching our video. Operating expenditures are exactly what they sound like. They are expenses the business has to pay for normal business operations. Operating expenditures are day-to-day expenses, things like raw materials. Operating expenditures are also known as operating expenses. Net income is revenue minus expenses. There are many numbers that contribute to expenses, and operating expenses is one of these numbers. Capital expenditures are when companies will buy assets that add value and create future benefits. These assets will show up on the balance sheet under assets. Operating expenditures, on the other hand, are day-to-day expenses that the company needs to pay to maintain operations. So now let's get into the examples. Let's look at some expenditures businesses go through and classify them as either CapEx or OpEx. Purchasing equipment is a capital expenditure because doing this adds value to the company. Buying property and building on it is a capital expenditure because it will lead to future benefit and again add value. Buying a patent for an invention is also a capital expenditure because it will benefit you and prevent others from stealing ideas. Paying employee wages is an operating expenditure because it's a part of normal business operations. Things like utilities and cost of goods sold are also a part of normal business operations, which make them operating expenditures.